If you are concerned about marrying a Nazi because you, in fact, are not a Nazi, listen, that's kind of a tough hurdle to hop over. Okay, this says, hi, Crowder, I love the show. Also, please don't use, well, you didn't include your name. Please don't use my name.
Very hard to use your name when you don't give it to us.
My girlfriend does not do anything specifically racist. All right, I have not read this before going on air, just so you know. So I have no idea what kind of a left turn this letter can take. So I cannot be held accountable for the words that I am about to speak.
There you go.
Confirmed?
Confirmed.
It is confirmed. All right. Specifically racist when she does not do anything specific. By the way, the reason I'm not illiterate, I'm trying to learn. Does not do anything specifically racist.
Can we take a pause there? Specifically racist? Really?
Yeah, I know. That means that there's probably something really specifically racist. But when she handed me her phone to text her mom that we would be late for dinner, her background was a Nazi flag. And I found an audio file on her phone labeled "Hail the Fur." I think you meant Führer.
There's an ER after that.
Well, he really liked mink.
With the fur.
It's very soft, yeah? Yeah? No, you can't pet. You can't pet my mink. She's scared of walking outside at night because she thinks a gang of black, in all caps people will rape and kill her. When she goes out with me, she requires me to
Is this Mel Gibson?
Then it says, I love this woman with all my heart and want to marry her in the future. How can I help her? Probably can't. I don't know about it at this point.
It's difficult.
I don't know how you say, like, not specifically racist, except for the Nazi flag and Hail the Führer.
Hail to the Führer. Yeah, so I think somebody might be in a little bit of denial here.
Yeah.
I have a very serious question. Are you having sex? Because that will cover up a lot of these types of issues. If sex is great and you're like, this is fantastic, she's the one. And these like gigantic red and
I thought you were going to ask. I thought you were asking like to identify body, like if she has a swastika tattoo or something. Like the Michael Jackson kid, where the kid was like, well, Michael has a mole on his left butt cheek, and they were like, well, this checks out. He clearly did.
I would say that. I mean, that seems pretty obvious, right? It's a fan of the show, so somebody who should be well-adjusted somewhat to society and not be a racist Nazi flag-toting Hail to the Führer guy, and he's seeing that. And he's saying specifically racist, although she does seem to be making racist comments pretty much all the time on the regular based on the rest of his email.
Yeah.
I think he's living in a bit of denial, and I'm wondering why. Is there something else that's making you cover this up and say...
She's got to be like a 10 or a 10.
Or the guy's like a 2.
Well, yeah, it could possibly be that. Or
be a 4,
she's the proportional
10.
I'm never going to find another girl. Yeah. Look, if she really is this, and you need to ask these hard questions today.
Sometimes I wonder if this is real. This is a real email, and I know that some of them aren't, but we get so many. This actually does seem pretty real. It goes through a process, a little bit like a water filtration process. But sometimes you just let it slip through. You know, where there's a little bit of salmonella in the water.
She could just be like a World War II collector of memorabilia. You know,
no, I don't.
People like that.
What you need to do is get Christopher Plummer from that film where he's like a 90-year-old Jew who ends up killing all the people. Remember? And I think he was in Auschwitz or he was in some kind of an internment camp.
Yeah.
And he just. Did anyone else ever see that?
In Argentina, right?
I don't know. No, I don't know. Christopher Plummer.
It was good. I think I know
it was good. He kills a bunch of Nazis.
Yeah.
The point is, find the real-life Christopher Plummer, and it's like a metal detector for Nazis.
Oh, yeah.
Find someone who knows whether someone or not is a real Nazi.
Oh. Ask her to go to a Jewish synagogue with you and go to church.
This is horrible advice.
No, that's not bad advice.
You want to see this person on the news?
No, I don't want to see him on the news. I didn't mean like that.
Person with a Nazi flag on their phone. Like, I know. Invite them to a synagogue.
You'll know whether if she's going to be like, no, I cannot do it. You know, you'll know right there. And I'm not saying that she would actually go and do something. I'm saying she'd probably balk at it.
Or you're just giving her the greatest opportunity in neo-Nazi history.
That's not
You're
true.
gift wrapping it to them.
It's not true. It seems like...
You think she's going to be like, no, I can't. She's
okay,
like,
how about this?
If this person hates Jews, they're going to find any opportunity.
Ask her to go to a rap concert.
Yeah,
there,
buy
same
tickets.
thing.
Like, hey, I got tickets to Jay-Z or something.
Yeah, but then you might both get mugged. So.
That was my point.
Yeah, I know.
The answer to the question will be your answer.
Okay, here's the deal. This goes back to what we've talked about with Democrats and Republicans and people getting married who are liberal, conservative, Christian, not Christian. I love this woman with all my heart and want to marry her in the future. First off, why? And by the way, this is another one of those things.
Serious question.
People don't
Why?
realize this. They let colloquialisms turn into what you believe is a truth.
Right.
I love this woman with all of my heart. No, you don't.
Ooh.
Well, what do you mean? The part of your heart that sent this email. Nobody loves everybody with all their heart. It's not true. He'll love me just the way I am. He'll never love you just the way you are for all of your flaws. He'll love you in spite of those flaws. This idea that, oh, if he loves you, he won't try to change a thing about you. That's not true. I love this person with all of my heart. That's not true. Oh, I couldn't live without you. That's not true. None of those things are true. I understand they look nice in a Hallmark card, but to allow them to then define your parameters in the way that you decipher these decisions in your relationship, it is very, very dangerous. You love this woman with all of your heart, even though she has a Nazi flag and hail to the fur, as you put it, on her phone. Something tells me there's something in your heart going like, maybe not this section. Maybe not. We love her with most of our heart, but not up in the nosebleeds. There's a little bit of doubt there. That's what's happening. And people just say this all the time. Oh, I love them with all my heart. Well, what's another one that we hear all the time? We hear, I knew it was love at first sight. For crying, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
Yeah.
Love at first sight. Now, there can be lust at first sight, there can be attraction at first sight, but love at first sight, there is absolutely no, and any guy who tells you that is lying. And more importantly, if a guy tells you that and he's lying, you have to be asking yourself, what kind of questions are you asking of him to put him in that situation where he feels like he has to say that? Or he could just be a lying dick, like this guy saying, I love this one with all my heart.
Could be close to Valentine's Day, one of the two.
The point is, don't let a Hallmark slogan determine how you navigate relationships.
Yeah.
You don't love this woman with all your heart. You probably shouldn't, which means you probably shouldn't marry this person. If you are concerned about marrying a Nazi because you, in fact, are not a Nazi, listen, that's kind of a tough hurdle to hop over.
Do some research here. It seems like you're avoiding some of these big shining lights right in your face.
Research on what? Nazis?
No,
Pretty sure he knows.
Just leave.
You know what, let me make this one as simple as possible, okay?
Do it.
Oh, I love her with all, I love it. Well, first off, I don't know why you sound German. This would be the girlfriend.
My heart, yeah.
I love her with all my heart. No, you don't. She's perfect the way she is. No, she's not. This bothers you. Let me ask you this. Okay. You found this on her phone. Now, assuming maybe she's trolling. Let's eliminate these possibilities.
Right.
Or this
Could be
email
a meme.
this could be someone just making a joke. That being said, let's assume that it's not. And it seems to me that you're concerned enough about it not being a joke that it warranted this email.
Right.
LifeAdvice at louderwithcreditor.com. We'll do another one of these here in a couple of weeks. Really simple, okay? One question. Are you a Nazi?
Pretty easy.
I'm your guru. See you next time. Hey there, YouTube viewer. If you like this video, watch one of my other videos. Oh, it's playing in one of those boxes. I'd say subscribe or hit the notification bell, but I don't really know what that means in today's day and age on YouTube. But if you join at louderwithcrowder.com/mugclub, you won't only see clips, you'll get to watch the full daily 1-hour show every single day and support our content, making sure that we can still get clips up here on YouTube for the freeloaders who can't afford it and or are just cheap pricks.